Or, in the case of our New York experiment,
noon is actually an interesting number. There's a slippery slope for any other number. 11:23, 3:18. Why not 3:16? I somehow have to find one time that is different from all the others. Noon has some special significance.
The first thought that popped into my head was like, oh, 12.
And sure enough, almost every one of our couples pick noon as a time to rendezvous.
If there's a time during the day that is more significant than any other time, it's noon. Noon is, high noon. I don't know, Gary Cooper, Grace Kelly.
Before noon this morning.
Obviously, I have no life. I've spent it in front of television watching too many movies.
You guys looking for someone? No?
David and Anthony have already come a long way. From the Staten Island Ferry, they go by Ground Zero, Penn Station, Herald Square, and then they make their way to Times Square. They figure they'll linger here until noon, near the tickets booth.
Let's see if there's anybody back here. If they exist and they're in our neighborhood, I'll recognize them. They exist. They're somewhere.
A few minutes later, and just a couple of blocks away, Ian and Seth arrive at the Times Square studios of Good Morning America and begin posting signs on the windows.
Oh, you're putting out flyers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you think somebody's around here? All right.
It's as good a shot as any.
Any tips?
None?
No tips.
Wish I had some for you.
For now, no one is taking their bait. Ian and Seth keep fishing on one side of Broadway, while David and Anthony swim away on the other side. Still, they plan to make another pass here at noon.
If they come in here, could you just give them this?
Incredibly, just as Ian and Seth take their flyers and move to this police station at the southern end of Times Square, Sarah and Jessica stroll in across the street.
Where are you?
But then, without ever seeing the other, they pass like ghosts on a crowded street.
Where are you?
Take our picture.
As for Chuck and Brad,
It's two people. Can I help? You sure? Okay, no problem.
Surely they're not our two people.
after finding no one at Grand Central Station, nor the New York Public Library,
What's going on?
Strike
That's
two.
a good question.
Strike two.
they decide to try the Empire State Building, where two other teams are already headed. So now, less than 3 hours after starting their searches, 3 teams are within blocks of one another in Times Square, and the other 3 are bound for the Empire State Building. The noose seems to be tightening, but with so many choices, it could still turn out to be a slip knot. 3 pairs are now within a few blocks of each other in Times Square, and 3 others are on their way to the Empire State Building.
Thank you very much.
First there, Myrna and Cynthia.
There's a Walgreens. We can go right there.
They've decided to make signs to make themselves more visible.
Okay, here we go.
So they stock up,
We've got tape to make name tags for ourselves. Okay.
suit up,
I thought if I put mine on my backpack, we'd have it from a back view.
Yeah.
and then head up.
Okay, here's our sign. I think this sign thing was really good.
Yeah.
86 floors below,
Wow, here we are.
Oh my
Empire
God,
State
we can go
Building.
all the way up there?
You think the top?
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
let's go.
Courtney and Lydia have just gotten out of a cab. Not only have they thought of the same place as Myrna and Cynthia,
Okay, let's go.
they go for sign-making materials at the same store the other women left just moments before. And then suddenly, in a twist any game theorist would love, who walks into the lobby of the Empire State Building but Chuck and Brad.
Hi, how you doing? I'm with ABC News.
But they don't see Myrna and Cynthia. And since it's not noon yet, the time they picked as most likely to meet someone, they decide to wait outside before going to the top.
Is Brad Pitt, well, is Jennifer pregnant, whatever.
Okay, 102nd floor observatory. I think that's where we want to go. Oh, we want to go to the very top. Don't you think?
But now Courtney and Lydia discover the Empire State Building has 2 different observation decks. One on the 86th floor, one on the 102nd.
86? Yeah. What's on the 86?
I don't know, we said that's more popular than the 102nd.
Oh, okay. Well, they're here somewhere. Where are you?
First up, the 86th floor. Women's wear, men's wear, and game theory. For several minutes, Myrna and Cynthia have been circling this floor without luck.
Now, how do we get to there, Lisa? How do we get to 102? You have to go.
But then, just as they're about to leave for the 102nd floor,
Okay, is that cool?
That's cool.
All right.
strangers no more.
Woohoo! All Are you looking for us? Yes! I cannot believe it. That didn't
It's not even noon.
How did you not know us? Well, look at you. Oh, you find it?
Yeah.
See? Brilliant minds think alike. Is this where you came first?
Yes.
This is your first stop?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
For the women, the game played out beautifully. But what about Brad and Chuck? And everyone's still scurrying about over in Times Square.
You're not looking for anybody from ABC News by any chance, are you? No?
If this game had a Geiger counter, Chuck and Brad would be deaf from its alarm. On the 86th floor of the Empire State Building, they're so close to the gold. And yet,
Would they be outside looking for us on the street?
It's as plausible as anything else.
for more than 5 minutes, they wander through the tourists.
See anybody that looks? But it isn't noon yet.
No, that's true.
And then, just as they are about to pass invisibly by the four women,
Are you
99
looking for
and
two
over.
people from ABC News?
Yes.
So are we. I'm ABC.
How are you?
Well, fine, thank you.
Hi, Brad. I'm
Now we're trying to
Lydia.
figure out what...
incredibly less than 3 hours after they began, 3 pairs of our strangers are all standing in the very same spot.
Hey, congratulations.
Your project was successful.
Does it surprise you in any way that in a city of millions, you were able to do this as quickly, or...
Very surprised.
They expected us to find it without signs.
We're men.
We know.
We decorated our bodies.
We need a huge megaphone.
But over in Times Square, the women aren't finding anyone.
This feels so, like, pointless. Yeah, for sure. I'm bored. What if we got a bunch of balloons? Oh, to draw attention? Yeah.
Do you have whistles? Do you sell air horns? Oh, perfect. They do.
Ian and Seth are thinking the same thing. They're in a store just a few blocks away.
Can be heard up to a mile away. Sounds good.
Anything to draw attention to themselves.
There we go. That's how it works. That's pretty intelligent that we got that, by the way. I will give you that. The air horn. I'm definitely going to notice if we're standing here with this loud-ass thing. Yeah.
Meantime,
I got a good feeling, man. I don't know if that means anything, but...
David and Anthony's strategy is to just keep wandering and watching.
Hey.
Suddenly, at one of the busiest crossroads in the world,
Those two people over there? Is that them?
they stumble upon Sarah and Jessica.
Show us your sign. Thank you.
Where are you?
Right here. Hold that sign up.
For a moment, confusion. Then,
Where's the team you're looking for?
Oh.
celebration.
We did it! They said we couldn't do it, and we did it! Partner? That's them. We got it, man.
Congratulations.
We did it! We did it!
All of the excitement attracts a small crowd, which draws our final pair in like a couple of magnets.
Are you looking for a couple? Are you ABC? Yeah!
We're actually two couples.
Oh, great! This is fantastic!
They got here first, but you were very industrious.
You guys are early. You said 1 o'clock.
What's the way? You got a whistle?
Yeah, we got whistles. We're ready for the whole, Times Square.
Remarkably, in the strange magic of this game, in a city of millions, all 6 pairs of our strangers found each other in just a matter of hours. I didn't think you were gonna all find each other, I thought maybe some. But are you at all surprised by the fact that it was unanimous? Everybody found each other.
I was surprised at how quickly everyone found each other.
Maybe we just got lucky about the timing element of it.
It wasn't that we all, 12 of us, congregated at one specific spot. There were 2 locations, which I thought was more interesting than the fact that we all found each other.
I think the fact that it was something that started out as the impossible task just ended up so simply.
That was easier than I thought. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
No $1 million prizes in this contest, just a few T-shirts. And the simple lesson that in game theory, like life, it helps to remember you're not alone in the world.
They are playing the game of life, whether they want to or not. Other people are playing that game, and if they can understand it a little bit better and be more sophisticated about it, they might do better.